So the Aliyah Boston and Brittney Griner situation has reached a kind of a level that I never thought we would see it. It has reached one of these weird levels where I'm like, oh God, this is one of those things where it's not a good look for Brittney Griner. It's not a good look for the WNBA because let's be completely real. These players are chronically online. I would not be surprised if we see Brittney Griner react or watching this video. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't get the play. I don't get why the players do it. It's one of those things when you become a public figure, people are going to have opinions on you. And you just ignore it. And which is one of those things where I'm actually kind of surprised Brittney Griner is still looking, because the amount of absolutely disgusting shit written about Brittney Griner everywhere on a daily basis for peace of mind. Like, nobody deserves to have to read the shit about them that Brittney Griner has to online. Genuinely, not that I know what she's going through, Jesus Christ, but like, I struggle to deal with it at my peak on social media 5 years ago, and I got 1/1,000,000th of the abuse that Brittney Griner gets. So I'm surprised she's still there looking at her name and clapping back to people on social media. But at the end of the day, this is on Threads, which is a bit different. You probably think it's a bit easier. So somebody posts on, again, I didn't even think I don't have Threads. I don't even know what it is. I made a Blue Sky because someone told me to make a Blue Sky and then never posted on it. But someone says Brittney Griner is a dirty player who's jealous of Aliyah Boston. There's no way Brittney Griner is jealous of Aliyah Boston. Like, let's be real. Brittney Griner and Aliyah Boston get into it every single time the Fever play the Phoenix Mercury. Brittney Griner gets hit by Aliyah Boston. When Aliyah Boston makes her post moves, she is hitting people with legal elbows. You are allowed to have the ball and move. And you are allowed to turn. As long as you don't swing that elbow, you're allowed to turn. But if you turn with speed, it's the same difference as swinging your elbow. She is legally hitting people with elbows. I'm going to be honest here. She's literally legally hitting people with elbows, and Brittney Griner was pissed at it. They got their arms crossed, and then it is one of those things where they had their arms crossed in pre-possession. Brittney Griner was pissed at it, so she said, screw this, I'm going to claw her face. Should Brittney Griner have been ejected? Yes. Yeah, it is what it is, but that's it. That's all it is. It is shit that happens in basketball, whether it's men's basketball, women's basketball in this country, basketball all over the world. It is people get heated with players and get them do something that should get themselves chucked from a game, commit flagrant fouls. It is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. But you can see here, why would I be jealous of someone when I've played against legends and goats? She ain't got shit I want or ever want. What? What? There's no way. There's actually no way. WNBA players feeling the urge to search their names. I'm fully convinced of that. I am fully convinced. She's right. I hate Jazz. Yeah, I actually do think that's the weirdest argument. They don't like each other. They play against each other. They play the same position. I don't know if it's a personal thing. They don't like each other at all. Aliyah, babe, don't let Auntie Lisa Leslie hype you up to punch BG in the face. I don't think it would end well. Remember, you and Auntie are not the same. You did right to go and sit down. I've played against legends and goats. It never got to this. So look closer at all the facts and everything else. So basically she's saying fuck Aliyah. This isn't even, she's basically, people are like, oh, what will compel her to respond to a troll? She's like, why would I be jealous? She's responding to a troll and somebody hyping her up. She's basically just saying, fuck you, Aliyah Boston. Why? Why? What is gained by this? What is there to be gained by this? Aliyah's going to reach heights BG could never sniff. And it's I'm going to be completely real. Brittney Griner has 3-4 Olympic golds. Yeah, I don't think Aliyah's getting 4 Olympic golds. Maybe more rings. maybe more rings. But like, mental. Absolutely mental. That being said, like, she is clearly just searching her name. Bigs in the league really hate AB. They absolutely do. They absolutely hate Aliyah Boston. And you know what? I fucking love it. I don't want, as a Fever fan, I don't want opponents to like my players. Like, I don't want the other team's bigs to like my center. Imagine being in a world where where a big is having to worry about whether or not they're liked. Imagine if a big is having to worry about that. If you are a dominant big, if you're one of the best bigs in the league, like Aliyah is, and I don't think any one of those players will question whether or not will question how good Aliyah Boston is at basketball. If you are one of the 3 to 4 best bigs in the league, and you're not despised by the other bigs, there's something wrong. Because let's be real. People have too much. I'm not gonna say too much respect for AJ because there is a competitive respect. People literally, teams. There are players that don't give their 100% matching up to AJ Wilson, and it is what it is. It's not that there's respect because you obviously respect their game, but that they're not even confident themselves. Not even confident themselves. Like, it's all we're buddy with AJ, and AJ Wilson's a fucking killer. Let's be real. AJ Wilson can seem buddy with you and all that, but she's just using that to her advantage. Like, she definitely wanted to, play against the Atlanta Dream in the second round because she knows Alicia Gray would struggle against them, and the Atlanta Dream fans would actually be Aces fans and they cheer for both teams, and there's no hostile environment. We want the other teams. As a Fever fan, you want the other teams like bigs to hate your big. You want the other teams to hate your guts. You want the fans to get heated. You want these games to be hostile. Because at the end of the day, that's what you fucking want. This team's not soft. This team is by no means soft. Our coach, in fairness to Stephanie White, is not soft. The team is not soft. And you better believe the Aces aren't soft. The Lynx are soft. The Aces aren't soft. The Liberty are soft. If the Aces are now the gold standard and they're able to regroup and get better, you got to be tough to beat the Aces. Because you're going to have the referees are not going to be on your side. It is going to be a mental challenge. You need to be physically tough and mentally tough to get past the AJ Whistle and that team. And having a big who has basically gotten into the head of, not only gotten into the head with the whole elbow situation, Aliyah Boston has rendered Brittney Griner unplayable. The Phoenix Mercury multiple times had to bench Brittney Griner for long periods of time against the Fever because the CCAB pick and roll was killing them. Even in the playoffs, they couldn't play Brittney Griner because Aliyah Boston was just going to pick and short roll and destroy her, whether it be passing or scores, rendering Brittney Griner unplayable. Brittney Griner was a max contract player until the playoffs. Aliyah Boston exposing Brittney Griner probably cost Brittney Griner, not even just Aliyah Boston, these faster modern bigs probably cost Brittney Griner over the last 3 years of her career, easily $1 million by exposing her playstyle, exposing her archetype. So yeah, there's no reason why she should like Aliyah Boston. And as a Fever fan, I'm glad she doesn't. Because let's be real, I don't want rival centers to like my center. If I'm worried about whether or not a rival center likes my center, then dear Lord, we're screwed. We're screwed, like, as a team. You don't have the benefit of the AJ Whistle. When you don't have that benefit, and when you don't have that benefit of being, buddy like an AJ, buddy, and then as soon as the ball gets thrown in, using that to your advantage when you're a killer, and you make sure that, all the teammates aren't in full killer mode and you are, using that to your advantage. Like, make no mistake about it. Angel Wilson is a mentality fucking monster when it comes down to it, in the grand scheme of things. And she knows how to use that to her advantage. Aliyah Boston getting the other teams big, fired up for games. I'll take it, because I'm confident that two bigs being fired up against each other, trying to get into a scoring contest. I'm confident AB beats any of them, especially with CC at the one.